The Voyage of the August, presented by the Electric Light Collective. Being an account of the good ship August and her voyage from the docks at Boston to what fate befell her at sea. Episode 1, Summons.
Boston, spring of 1717. Leon and Maddox's rooms, somewhere near to the docks in Boston. Muffled through the wall, the sound of people passing by, horses' hooves clattering on the paving stones, and seagulls crying, along with the faint noise of the ocean. Leon is sitting at his workspace with his surgeon's chest open, cleaning his instruments. Maddox is sitting near him, drinking tea and picking at a scrimshaw he's been working on. Did you hear the lighthouse they're building on Little Brewster?
Little Brewster?
The wee island, far off from the docks.
No, I fear the health of the good citizens of Boston has occupied more of my time.
How do you think that fellow you bled earlier will fare?
I wish I were a miracle worker, but I wouldn't put much on his chances. Not with a case as advanced as that.
Shame.
Oh, out with it, Maddox. What's on your mind? You know I can't abide dancing around the subject.
You know me too well for my own good, Leon.
The point, man.
I received a note today from old Mr. Montague.
He offered you the captaincy again.
If only I were so lucky. No, it seems his new captain has found himself down a few officers for the August's next voyage, and he's offering me my old position as first mate.
Where's it headed?
To England, and then from there around the Horn to India and back.
That's 2 years or more.
Aye. I think I'm well enough to do this. I'm starting to miss the sea.
Do you know, an oak like yours is likely to reoccur.
I'm hale and hearty now. There's no use dwelling on possibilities.
But if it does, you'll be half the world away and with no guarantee of good treatment.
I've learned a thing or two from you, despite your best efforts. Send me along with some of that tree bark of yours, and I have every confidence in the world.
It's not so simple as that. Without a physician...
Montague never sends his ships to sea without a surgeon.
A surgeon? Oh, yes, some loblolly boy with a year's service cutting off limbs.
I cannot play the invalid forever, Leon. And as much as I enjoy your company, I make a very poor physician's assistant.
Well, you could...
And I'm very near to coming up short on rent, which will make me a poor roommate as well.
A little thing like that.
I can't indebt myself any further to you.
All right, you've made your point. Forgive me. I got carried away.
Leon.
I should get to seeing Mrs. O'Donnell. It's almost the hour she asked me to call upon her.
There's the rustling of surgical tools as Leon begins to reassemble his physician's bag. And I should call upon Mr. Montague, but Leon.
Yes?
I have much to thank you for. You have been... Thank you.
You're welcome, Maddox. You'll stop in before you set sail, I trust?
Of course. I suspect that I'll have at least another night ashore, if not more. But even if I'm not...
Good. I'll have your bark ready for you by then, along with some instructions. I trust you can follow instructions?
I may not be as learned as you, Leon, but I think I can manage eating some tree bark without trouble. As Maddox approaches the docks, the shout of sailors and the clunk of crates and cargo being moved into winches and hefted onto ships becomes louder. The waves lap against the dock, and high above, seagulls cry on the thermals. A man's voice drifts out of the hubbub, becoming clearer as he draws closer.
Maddox? Maddox!
Ambrose Teague emerges from the crowd. Teague is a skinny man, clearly more at home at sea than on land, with a scarred face perpetually stuck in half a grin. He has a few years on Maddox, but it doesn't show in his bearing or countenance. Ambrose Teague, you gave me a start.
Gave you a start? I'd have thought I was seeing a ghost when I caught sight of that red head of yours. Lord, it's good to see you on your feet again. After the...
I'm quite well now. No need to worry.
I can see. What are you doing? Can I buy you a drink? I've got half an hour before the captain expects me aboard.
I'm on my way to see Mr. Montague just now, actually.
The old man himself. Did he finally give you that captaincy?
No. After my illness, the position was already filled.
Hard luck. I'd best get back to the August.
Well, you're sailing with the August again. We'll be shipmates then.
Truly?
Mr. Montague offered me my old position as first mate. The damnedest thing, though, hiring a first mate less than a week out from the voyage.
I'll be a second mate then. I'm not surprised, honestly. Our crew was much reduced after last voyage.
By illness.
No more so than usual. No, there were many who did not take to the captain.
I see. Blackwall, was it? A Navy man, Mr. Montague wrote. I've never sailed under a former Navy captain.
Yes. Well, it doesn't do to speak ill of one's captain. Have you given Mr. Montague your word yet? As much as I would be glad to share a mess with you again, the captain...
Maddox! There you are. Where have you been, man?
We'll speak later, Teague. You'd best get aboard.
Aye, sir.
Maddox, damn timing you have. Still, I suppose I can't complain. Damn good fortune you were here to take the job. The last mate put us in a bit of a spot. I suppose we could have promoted Mr. Williams, but I'll take a man I know and to trust over a stranger any day. Isn't that so, Captain Blackwall?
Just so, Mr. Montague, just so.
This is the fellow I wrote to you about, Harold. He's sailed on my ships for nigh on 15 years, is it now? And he brought the Falmouth back safe after a captain took sick.
Something near to that, sir, since I was a lad.
My ships practically raised the man. That's how you know you can trust a sailor, Harold. I dare say you feel the same about your Navy boys.
Indeed, Mr. Montague. Be that as it may, men, like iron, require tempering no matter where they are from. I am glad to hear that you have faith in your Maddox.
You could say I'm a well-tempered man, Captain.
Oh, Maddox. Captain and I were just discussing a spot of trouble. That fool Jacobson's run off to be married and now we're in want of a surgeon.
Mr. Montague, I have your man. I happen to be acquainted with a fine doctor in Boston. Knows his medicine, knows the deck of a ship. I could inquire.
Aren't you the man of the hour? Captain Blackwall, I told you he was capable.
So you did, Montague. And he knows his duty to his captain.
Damn right. When shall I bring Sophia down to board the August?
Bring her down tonight, Mr. Montague. We'll be sailing early on the tide tomorrow morn. If that's serviceable to you, Mr. Maddox, and your surgeon.
Of course, Captain. I'll see to it tonight.
Well, now that's all settled. If it's amenable to you gentlemen, I suggest we abscond to the captain's quarters to review our course. I've heard some tell of pirates off the coast to the south.
Damned pests. Certainly, Richard.
Lead the way, sir. I'll be glad to set foot on the good old August again.
Mr. Maddox, you're back.
See, Mr. Lawrence, damn good to see you. Is that a new lad behind you?
Yes, sir. May I present James Douglas, the newest midshipman. Don't be shy, Mr. Douglas.
Hello, sir.
Fine to meet you, lad. Have you your sea legs?
Well, I just came aboard. I reckon they'll come in time.
Not a moment to waste, Mr. Maddox.
Right. Keep a weather eye. We've some precious cargo coming aboard. Don't be slacking, Douglas.
Come now, then. There, gentlemen. Not a fortnight hence, a damned disreputable ship by the name of Wida was spotted. Keep clear of that coast of Rhode Island now.
Do you foresee much trouble with pirates, Mr. Montague? I trust we are properly insured.
Insurance is the least of my worries, good captain. I happen to be trusting you with the lives of my daughter and wife.
Ah, yes. Your wife. There's no need for worry. I drilled the men on gunnery all the way over from England. I don't accept anything less than Navy readiness aboard my ship.
Excellent, excellent. But do remember none of your naval ways of engagement, Captain. When possible, the best course of action is to run and avoid a fight. Cowardice is preferable to lost profit, you see.
Of course, sir. I will take every care. But if we do happen to encounter trouble, Mr. Maddox, have you ever seen action?
My fair share of time, sir, by merchant standards at least. There are a few damned uncomfortable spots on my last voyage, with some French frigate bent on taking us for a prize.
I see. I'm glad to hear it. I find some of these soft merchantmen who have never seen action before a little slow for my taste. A little behind what is required of a man at sea, in my view.
I see your point, sir. I cannot claim a naval career, but I've seen action.
Splendid. Between the two of you, I trust I put Sophia and Sylvia in good hands. You remember Sophia, do you not, Maddox?
Of course, sir. It'll be a pleasure to have her aboard again.
You have license to take a firm hand with her, sirs, if need be. She's a fine young lady, but not always circumspect as to her place aboard the ship. I fear she's grown too comfortable with the crew growing up in this damn provincial environment.
Of course. I will take every care to assure the proper environment is maintained for young Miss Montague, and of course the Mrs. Montague.
I have every confidence in you, Captain Blackwall. Mr. Maddox, thank you for your time. I'll have Sophia aboard tonight and see you off.
I'll fetch our new sergeant then, Captain, Mr. Montague. Maddox makes his way to the house he shares with Leon, through the sunny hustle and bustle of the Boston docks. A sailor calls out to him, he calls back. After a time, his footsteps can be heard climbing a set of stairs, and a bit of a wheeze in his breath as he opens the door to his home. Leon, I've news.
Sit down, man. Catch your breath. What's this?
The good August is in need of a surgeon. The last one ran off with a woman.
Poorly named, isn't she?
Spare me your puns. I told Montague I knew a man. What say you to a voyage around the Horn?
Well, and adieu to you Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu to you ladies of Spain. For we hope to see you daughters for to sail for old England. We hope in a short time to see you again. We'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors. We'll rant and we'll roar all on the salt sea until we take soundings in the channel of old England. From Lucian to Scilly is 35 leagues. Ship to, with the wind from the southwest, boys. We hove our ship to, these soundings to take was 45 fathoms with a white sandy bottom. So we squared off our main yard and the channel did make. We'll rant and we'll roar like true British sailors. We'll rant and we'll roar all on the salt sea until we take soundings in the channel of old England. From Lucian to Scilly is 35 leagues. Let every man drink off his full bumper, and let every man drink off his full glass. We'll drink and be jolly and proud melancholy, and here's to the health of each true-hearted lass. And we'll roar